Today we are going to look at the git clone command, its uses and the different variations that you can utilize with git clone command. First thing is uses. The uses of git clone command is to copy existing remote repository to the local system. Now this remote repository can be in the cloud like in the GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, or it can be self-hosted on any kind of the server location. So these are the files or folders that you can refer to find out the connections made by the git clone command. Over here, this .git is the hidden folder. So .git refs is the folder, remotes is the folder, origin is the folder, and head is the file name in which you can refer connection made by the git clone command. Same way, .git is the hidden folder and config is the file where you will find the URLs and other configuration that is being used by git clone command. Basic command. So the very basic command to clone any remote repository is this git clone remote repository URL. Over here we have two variations. One is the HTTPS and another one is the SSH. So in case if you are using the HTTPS URL, in that case the command will be git clone HTTPS URL, and in case if you are using the SSH URL, in that case the command for SSH clone will be git clone git@some URL. The difference is in HTTPS you need to provide username and password each time, like if you are using git pull, git push, git fetch, in all those operations you need to provide username and password again and again, unless and until you are using the git credential manager. In case of SSH setup, you need to do one-time setup, and once you have set up the SSH, it won't require you to provide username and password each time again and again. Now how to set up this SSH on Windows and Linux? So that links are available in the top right corner. Next variation in git clone command is changing the alias name origin. So when you use the command git clone remote repository URL, in that case by default git uses origin as the alias name to that particular remote repository URL. In case if you want to change this origin alias name, you can use this command git clone -o another alias name remote URL. The example can be git clone -o Nayan. So in this case, I have changed default alias name from origin to Nayan, and this is the remote URL. So in this case, you will find that the entries in these head and config files are referring to Nayan instead of origin, because we have changed the alias name from origin to Nayan. Please note that in case you have changed the alias name from origin to some another alias name, in that case, whatever the command you are using with git, always make sure that the alias name that you are using is the latest one. So for example, if you are using this command git push -u origin branch name, in that case instead of origin you need to use another alias name that you have specified in git clone command. Same way, if you are using this git pull origin master command, in that case make sure that you are using another alias name instead of default origin, because you have changed that alias name while cloning the remote repository. In case if you want to clone specific branch only and not the entire git repository, in that case we have this command git clone repo URL -b branch name. Before we proceed, I would like to mention one thing, that whatever the commands that I am showing over here, in most of the cases you can interchange the sequences of those commands. So for example, over here I can interchange the sequence of this remote repository URL and this -b branch name with each other. So it can be like this -b branch name can be over here and this remote repository URL can be over here. So you can interchange the sequences. Now the command will be git clone remote repository URL -b, that is the single branch only, and dev is the branch name. The another command is git clone --single -branch remote repository URL. In the case of this particular command --single -branch, it will be cloning master branch by default. In case if you want to change the master branch to some another branch, in that case you need to utilize this command git clone dash dash single dash branch dash b dev remote repository URL. So this dash b again single branch only, and dev is the branch name. Now in case of cloning the specific branch, the history will be limited to the current single branch only. What is the meaning of this? So it means that whenever you try to do the operations like git checkout another branch, it will not work. It will provide some error. Also, git branch dash a. This command generally provides the list of all the branches of that particular repository. But in case of cloning the specific branch, it won't provide the entire list. It will provide the current branch name only. Apart from that, you will be able to do few things like git pull origin another branch or git pull origin master. Like another command is git checkout dash b new branch, git push dash u origin new branch. So such kind of the operations you will be able to do that, because these kind of the operations are not related to local repository and they are related to connecting to the remote repository and doing the required operations. So in general, we can say that whatever the operations you want to do, if it is related to your local repository with respect to another branch, in that case, you won't be able to do anything in that case. And if it is related to like connecting to the remote repository and doing some kind of the operation, then definitely you will be able to do that. In case if you want to clone specific tag, the command is git clone dash b tag name remote URL. So it will be like git clone dash b test tag is the tag name and this HTTPS is the remote repository URL. Tag name is the name given to any specific commit ID. The purpose is we can easily remember that commit ID because commit ID is quite difficult to remember. So just to easily remember that commit ID having different kind of the purpose. So this purpose can be UAT release, QA release, specific feature release, or it can be for any kind of the bug removal. So for such kind of the scenarios, we provide tag name to that particular specific commit. If you want to clone that specific commit, you need to provide the tag name to that commit and then you can utilize this command git clone dash b tag name remote URL. That's it for the day. Thank you for watching this video.